What's going on, NFTV family? This your host 44K. The K stand for King K. I'm not gonna keep you long. You know what to do. Get down in that share, comment, and sound that notification button. We gonna talk about a topic today about it's the end of the world. For real. Like it's all over. So stick around. Let's get to it. I'm gonna play the video and then I'm gonna comment.
Exposure to the most cutting edge AI, and I think people should be really concerned about it. I keep sounding the alarm bell, but until people see like robots going down the street killing people, like they don't know how to react, because it seems so ethereal. And I think we should be really concerned about AI. AI is a rare case where I think we need to be proactive in regulation instead of reactive, because I think by the time we are reactive in AI regulation, it's too late. Normally the way regulations are set up is that a whole bunch of bad things happen, there's a public outcry.
So Elon Musk makes a great point here. So a lot of y'all might not know what artificial intelligence is, but you probably have heard of Chat GPT. Right now with Chat GPT, somebody can go in there in college, in grad school and say, hey, I need you to write a grad paper on the philosophy of existentialism, and I want you to use this philosopher or that philosopher. Chat GPT can come back with a paper in 2 minutes, and it can be perfectly written, perfect grammar, perfect punctuations, sourced, and everything within 2 minutes. So that's just one version of it. Then you have artificial intelligence, which is going to do different types of like driving trucks, or now it's going to have regular conversations with you when you call into certain jobs. So with artificial intelligence getting ready to take this major leap, what Elon Musk is basically saying is it's a threat to our existence, because if we don't have purpose, if we have something that can do something that would take us weeks to format and put together, and a computer system can do it in 2 minutes, you have to know that the top 1% is going to hire a programmer and whoever else is needed to operate that artificial intelligence, so that he doesn't have to pay salaries, he doesn't have to pay workers comp, he doesn't have to pay insurance as a whole, he doesn't take any chances of needing to pay thousands of dollars to train someone and then have to fire them. All he has to do is have one Chat GPT type system, and then he can get rid of thousands of employees. So what Elon is saying is, hey, we have to put regulations on this. So the question is, should we regulate artificial intelligence so that yes, it can be used, but it has a cap on it where it can be used? I have an answer to that, but I'm gonna play a little bit of this video and then I'll let you guys know what my answer is. So stick around and then we're gonna get back to it.
And then after many years, a regulatory agency is set up to regulate that industry. And there's a bunch of opposition from companies who don't like being told what to do by regulators. Anyway, it takes forever. In the past, it has been bad, but not something which represented a fundamental risk to the existence of civilization.
People always ask me, Russ, what would you do if you lost everything and you had to start over from scratch? No list, no following.
A sudden and unexpected intelligence explosion might take an unprepared human race by surprise. Existential risk from advanced AI is the hypothesis that substantial progress in artificial general intelligence could someday result in human extinction or some other unrecoverable global catastrophe. The likelihood of this type of scenario is widely debated and hinges in part on differing scenarios for future progress in computer science. One of many concerns in regard to AI is that controlling a superintelligent machine, or instead.
So this is where it comes in with me in terms of being worried about what the end goal or the end circumstance of artificial intelligence. as I stated before, human beings need purpose. We were hunter gatherers. Men had the job of protecting their family, going out there hunting, bringing that back, making children, different things like that. As society has progressed, men and women have separated a little bit because men no longer are needed for the things that we were needed for. Um, Hunter gatherer, you can go down the street and go to a grocery store. You can go to a Whole Foods, get food. He doesn't have to go out there, risk his life, kill. Protection, people stay in gated communities. Women have tasers, guns, pepper spray, different things like that. So as we move further away from that hunter gatherer mode, the roles between man and woman and civilization as a whole begin to change. Now, if you bring in a third variable, which is artificial intelligence, which is going to soon be able to be put into robots with human-like faces, thinking, being able to communicate just like a human being, then with this third dynamic put in there that can learn faster than us, evolve faster than us, mentally figure problems out faster than us, will that lead to them potentially taking over? So to answer the question about regulations, I definitely feel that regulations need to be put into play early on to prevent this type of scenario from happening. If you have, how are we ever going to know if these kids are learning, if they're actually comprehending the material, if now they can go to Chat GPT and have a whole paper written for them, and you can tell Chat GPT to write you a B paper so that it doesn't tip off the professor? How are we going to control that if regulations aren't put into place? And Tucker Carlson mentioned this in an interview with Ben Shapiro, when Ben Shapiro asked him about truck driving. And Tucker mentioned that the number one profession for high school educated men is truck driving. So if you bring in artificial intelligence and self-driving vehicles, and that wipes out the number one job for high school educated males, that's a whole demographic of males that no longer have the ability to provide for their families. So yes, it's a technological leap, but what happens to those males? What do they end up doing? Idle hands is the devil's playground. So do those men begin to act out? Do they begin to become criminals? Do they begin to have deviant behavior due to not having a purpose, not being able to provide for their family? These are the questions that need to be answered when we talk about artificial intelligence. So even though it's amazing and it's something out of the future, iRobot or Blade Runner or something of that nature, RoboCop or Terminator. So it's pretty cool seeing the movies come to life. But when the movies come to life, is that the end of human life as we know it? And is it worth that technological leap at the sake of humanity as a whole? So my answer to that question is no. My answer is sometimes, you have the power, like the power of nuclear weapons. We have the ability to make nuclear weapons, and we know that we necessarily do not have to fight a war. We can just nuke. But globally, we had to come to an agreement, and this is going to have to be the situation with artificial intelligence. Globally, we're going to have to come to the agreement that yes, we have the capability to make artificial intelligence that could change a lot of things, but globally we have to we have to regulate this. We have to outlaw this for the sake of humanity. Hey man, I appreciate you guys checking in with me. I appreciate you guys liking, sharing, turning on that notification button. Please get down in those comments. I really will appreciate if you guys give me topics that you guys want to hear about. Like I said, I have my opinion, but it isn't gospel. I want to hear you all's opinion. So get down in that comment section. Let me know. Share this video. I'm your host, 44K. The K stand for King K. I really appreciate y'all. God bless. Good night.